Hey, avid leaders, thank you so much. If you were able to join last week with our avid professional development, building capacity as adults to engage and create learning experiences. Today, I want to highlight a couple of different things. One, I want to talk about the dream activity that was originated by Dr. Yemi Stembridge. If you've gone through a residency, great. If you haven't, it's still a great activity. In the dream activity, we are thinking in 3 to 5 years, what do we want this learning experience to result in? What do we want our learners to know, to do, and to value? And so overlapping with that is this amazing book called Onward by Elena Aguilar, where she specifically talks about diving into joy. This is a great book because it specifically is about cultivating emotional resiliency amongst educators. I highly recommend this book. Rachel Diane Brock, thank you so much for reminding me about it. And on page 140, she talks about the purpose of the book. The book is about thriving, not just surviving, thriving. And she talks about pausing and thinking about joy. What comes to mind when you think about moments in your life that have been full of joy? She asks then to imagine the experience vividly in detail, bringing your senses into the recollection. What were the colors, the sounds, the sense of the experience? What did your body feel like in that moment? And how does it feel to remember that moment? Now, I am preconditioned to be a little bit negative. And so when I think about joy, there are these kind of like momentous big occasions where I'm somewhere in transitioning to a life event, or I'm surrounded by family members, right? So infrequent joy is what I'm reflecting on. When she says, is what if we experience joy more often at school? What might be possible? Might it be possible to have little moments of joy every day? Think about that dream activity in 3 to 5 years. If we thought about education, we created an environment that felt joyful. Not 100% of the time, but that we identified those snapshots of engagement when our students are being vulnerable and connecting personally to the learning experience, where we are supporting students in becoming expert learners and knowing themselves. So she references this powerful practice in collecting joy. So she references Rick Hansen in this. One, instruct your mind to notice moments of joy, contentment, or happiness, whatever you want to call it. So to flip that, what are the moments of joy that you experience in your classroom? What are those snapshots of students being really engaged in the content? What does that feel like? Two, when your mind calls out, it's here, one of those joyful moments or joy moments, pause and savor the moment. Stemridge would talk about celebrating those high cognitive rigor moments so that that's what's reinforced. Three, let your awareness of the moment sink in. Perhaps imagine a treasure chest in your heart in which you store these memories. So this does a couple things. One, what we are seeking and what we are looking for, we will always find. Our brains are these amazing things, but they're also a little bit biased, right? And so if we start to train our brains to seeing the positive and joy, we'll see more of those moments of joy. And then we'll be able to reflect on how did we get here? Avid will support us with some of those strategies and those structures, but we start off with thinking about what do we want that environment to feel like for everyone? So thank you so much in engaging in this conversation with me. I'm excited to continue to focus and train myself to focus on these moments of brilliance. I'm excited that I recently engaged in that moment of brilliance with many of you and hope to support you moving forward. Have a great week.